to succeed. It also puts me in a position with the roads there. Also puts me in a position of where, well, actually, if I do take this position here, I've denied him the road. He can still move, but he can't move easily, whereas I will be able to move more easily. But then also does put him in a position of, well, maybe these forces are possibly holed up then, and can't be moved around. I don't want to give him problems, I want to give him dilemmas. And the reasoning behind that is I don't want to give him something where it can be like, right, okay, I'll make this choice or I'll make that choice. If I give him a dilemma, he has to pick between two bad options. So I need to think about that. But I think what we'll do then is we'll probably concentrate on dealing with the air superiority aspect first and then go from there. So in terms of, there's the other one there, okay. These guys, that one could be utilised. This one, I love the Su-27s, I really do. They could probably go out there again, but it is a bit of a risk. And something like that I can't really risk. So I could probably do with sending them back to Berlin. 3 I can take a risk on, because they have most of their strength. But let's see. I'm going to see if I can rely on frontline ones first. Right, so I've got these guys over here. These guys are obviously good for penetration. I can go 9. So of course they can make it there, but it's not going to cost them too much. Which is okay, so I can do that. Right, so I could take these guys here. And I've got a couple of these fighters as well. But their capabilities have been reduced due to the rain. Some good stuff over here as well. And I do like these guys, just having that mass is really nice. But I think these guys are just really good for defensive actions. Don't get me wrong, they're good for offensive, but these guys are really superior for defensive, just due to the fact that, yes, they are big units. They don't have the best anti-air stats, though, but they are big, and that makes a big difference. Like, for example, this over here is 5.5, it's much smaller. This over here, 6.6, would be much better. It only takes up 2, but it's spread out more, and I could get these all in there and actually have a greater anti-air stack. So these ones are defensive ones, because I'm not looking to actually actively destroy, I'm just looking towards, like, absorbing hits, more or less, and dishing them out if I can. Right, okay. So move you there. Moving the cover there brings me up. Alright. They're quite short-ranged. I've got another 3 over here. Okay. I don't need the air power over here, because I can hit these guys without needing that, so that's pretty good. Maybe I should just put together a quick task force to hit them with air power then. Do I want to use helicopters? These guys also do have the fighters, which is really nice. Alright, let's see. 4-4 there. Would be nice to have something over there at Eisendorf. May need fighters over that end, we'll see. Right. But we'll take what we have from the Polish first. Anti-radar would be good. But that would be useful elsewhere. There's going to be AA over here, but I don't think he's enemy air power. He's a freeze. Right, okay. So I'm looking at 4-4. These are 4s. How does that compare to the helicopters? These guys are putting out there 4-4. 4-4, okay. So they are putting out more on average. You have tactical superiority. Also has electronic warfare, which is interesting. Alright. Tactical superiority. Right, they all have that, that's good. We also have search bonus in there, so that's quite handy. So looking at 6 there. Let me just go ahead and move that over here. Right, that brings me up to 14. So I'll move that stack in here then. Right, we lose 1 due to AA. But that should be okay. Yeah. But then engage there and deal damage, which is good for us. Then I would like to bring a stack over here. So I probably want to have something to deal with the AA defense. So I believe this... Yeah, anti-radar. But I probably should fly nearby with air power. Like, for example, over here, just to see if there is a reaction. Should have that, but we'll see. We'll deal with this stack first if I can. So I need to engineer as much striking power there as I can get, really. These guys, 22 there. Have another one there, 3 there. 4, okay. Where do I want to strike is the question. It's like, it would be really, really nice to strike out against this. As far as I can tell, and there is the air stack over here at Hanover, and there's a stack over here at Fritzlar. So these guys are covered, which is something. But it's like, to be fair, if I did break their air power over Hanover, it would open up the center there. Where I'd have to, I want to break this stack, but the question comes down to which stacks do I want to break? Which ones am I going to get the most out of here? I'm going to be pushing forward with East German units over here. This is just mine, so just a light force can push through and take that. We are pushing over here with air power already. Okay. Now this is where things are start to work for us, because I'm starting to push now on multiple fronts. We're on turn 3 here. I think turn 4, so I guess at the start of turn 5 he's not going to have that defensive bonus for being close to the German border, which is good. But we're already starting to push him away from German border. But these ones are actually fairly light on the ground, so it's okay for me to take those. I'm not going to take much in the way of damage. We do begin to shape the battle then, because we push forward. And we also increase the amount of provinces that he's having to defend here, and that's what I want to do here. I want to push and push and push and push and create opportunity. It really does make me wonder if I should attack Bremen. I don't recall what they had, though. That was a problem. I should go ahead and double check that, to be honest, like from a previous stream. I wish I could bring it up. So it may be worthwhile attacking Bremen, but it does mean having to deal with these other stacks. I don't know. It's not worth it. It's not worth it right now, anyhow. We'll have more forces. There are forces that are going to be moving down this side, anyhow. So we will have more stacks to move this way. The Polish are going to be moving up this side. I will more than likely... we also do have additional siege artillery here as well, that's good then. I will more than likely leave at least a Soviet force over here then. Because there's at least 3 provinces I do need to have to concern myself with. Even over here. It's only here that we get to 2, and then only then can we worry a little bit less. But I do need to have forces to take this area and push. So we'll see about that. I do have really 3 active forces in this area, though they're of varying quality. I guess this one would probably be the most aggressive offensive force, but even then it's not that amazing. I do have siege artillery here that will be moved over here to Hamburg. It does make a lot of sense to have it moved out that way. If I can take the city, then that city is now safe. It also then represents like a really solid position for me to actually base myself on, because that becomes like a keystone then in really just in holding the area, because it's the center of the network there. So that would be ideal. But yeah, we're gonna going to, I should say. Do I need air power here? Is the question. Don't think I really do. Would be nice, I grant you. But I don't need it. We do have a fairly decent amount of German strength over here, so that's going to be very useful to push up. There's also the German power here as well, which is very good. Okay. I think I'll just have 3 in that one. I don't want to have too much and then use all that air power. Take that one there. Alright. Though in fairness, I probably do want to hit harder, so I think I will put the others in there. And then just have this stack, because I can fly over my own lines, and then I shouldn't, in theory, engage with the enemy. That brings us up to 13. And that's the reconnaissance one. So I'll get that in there. That gives me more cover. And it brings me up to 14 there. Right, so that's a fairly deadly stack. Not every one of these is up to full strength, so I will have to recover these if I get the chance, but at least it's fairly cheap to do so. So if I fly this way, there's possible interception. Right, we engage. Okay, shot down a NATO aircraft, won the dogfight. Alright. I need to be very mindful of movement here. I could engage that stack as well. I could move that way and engage the stacks itself. I could move over, but it's very likely that I may get stuck in that conflict. If I fly overhead here, I'm not going to get stuck, which is good. I will also engage this stack, and it may be worth doing that, so we'll try it. I'm also interested to see if there's anything here. I don't see anything. Move back. Right, doesn't engage. I don't have much in the way of movement. I've only got 4 free. Okay. Also, these units can go further, so do not want to get them stuck. I could fly over here, and that's going to cause interception that way. It's going to cost me 2. So it doesn't... Well, hang on a sec. Yeah, it means I can't come back here, though, which is a problem. But there's not much I can do about that. Okay. So what we'll do here, then, is, let's see, that's 1, that's 1, that's 2, 2, 2. Okay. I may build another stack to facilitate that, but we'll see. So I can't go there. Let me take these guys out, and that can't go that far. So that would be these guys. Okay. I can leave you here, because obviously you're not really going much further anyhow. Right, there we are. That can obviously go much further. So that leaves me with a couple there. So if I wanted to, I could engage in this stack. It's a issue though, because it's like I'd rather not get stuck in that kind of combat. I know there was one over here in fairness, so, but even then I can't go that far. So it is really here or nowhere. It does mean that I'm not going to be able to bring in air power to do directly support, but it does mean we've dealt damage to both stacks. I should have enough to ensure that this is defeated. So I've just got to choose, I guess, on which one I want to go for. Well, let's think about this then. Do I want to have more air cover or do I want to have direction? I think this is okay. I think we'll go in with this as is then. Apparently I'm missing one, so I think something got shot down or forced to abort then I hadn't noticed. Hmm. I don't know if I've got anything that's like a 1, to be honest. There's these guys, but it would be pretty... Really, it'd just not be worth it. Like, I'd not get anything out of it. There's things like this, actually. Yeah, they have... Okay, they've got anti-radiation missiles, which is interesting. So I could potentially go with that. And that works for me, in fairness. It's possible interception over this way. I could potentially go that way, but again, maybe the same thing. Alright, let's fly over here. Well, fuck. Well, shit, I got myself eliminated there. That's not ideal. Alright, that wasn't ideal. I could have maybe gone this way, in fairness. Maybe flown over... Yeah, well, that sucked. Ooh, wow, we got pushed back. Yeah, pushed back but not eliminated. We did suffer the loss of that guy, so he's toughened these up, but it does mean that we've weakened them, so we'll engage once again. I may even go with a larger stack to ensure this. Maybe I should have gone for a larger stack to begin with, in fairness. Something to bear in mind, anyhow. Maybe, what we're looking at 30 over here. I think maybe form over here. I'd certainly have a strap to go in again. Alright, there we are. I need to clear these air stacks. That didn't go as smooth as it had done in the past, but it is what it is. Have to respect that air power. It was a shame about that group being eliminated, though. Right, that's a 2. So again, this is where we're starting to build air strength again. It's not going to be as deadly as the other stack, but it is going to have more. Well, it's going to have mass, so that helps. But that was a pretty poor thing to happen there. So that's the first aircraft I've had eliminated, in fact, and that's not a good start. I was hoping to win that, but it didn't happen. Alright. $17. I don't think they can quite make it. That could make it, but it's not really that effective. There's things on the ground that are more effective, so it's not really worth it. Alright, let's see. Now, these guys are going to form the linchpins of defense, so I'm not going to use these guys. These guys are going to be used for defense. At least 2 of them really would be good, like in a certain area. And I'd have to double check how many we have, but I think we have enough to like cover a decent amount of front. But that will get harder. In fairness, I could maybe even bring helicopters into this. Like, for example, these guys over here, they are somewhat weak, but I could bring them in here. And that may be worth it, but I'm not too sure, actually. I'm just thinking, as it may... It's going to give us at least some ground attack then afterwards, because I could land over... Well, I could move over here, but I want to take these guys out, so no, fighters are where we need to be. Another one there, that's good. Takes us up to 11. I'm really looking at one more stack to move around here. If I can do better than that, but 4-4 actually is pretty good. What are these guys anyway? 3-3. Okay, that's a pretty good stack then. Ooh, it's only got a little bit of range though. These are 3-3, but also 3-3 on the land. Let's see. I do have this group over here, actually. And that does actually mean I can put another air defense unit in there. Well, electronic warfare units, reconnaissance, something of that nature in there, so that's not a bad thing. Especially if they're going to be stuck over there anyhow. Yeah, like this one. It's a shame I did lose that over. It really is. So I was talking not so long ago about how useful they are. Right, okay, so that gives us some mass there. It's not as deadly as the other stack, but at least it is a stack that can fight. So... Right, we do intercept. Right, shot down 3 NATO aircraft. Okay, we do have one aboard. We do win the dogfight. And again over here. Ooh, wow, okay. Right. So we win the engagement, but we are forced to back off. He's got some good strength over here. He's definitely put a lot into it, which is interesting. A little disconcerting, actually, but it shows you that air power is strong. Especially strong. Yeah, well, think about that. Yeah. I suppose then this is what happens when you engage in multiple stacks, but, well, we'll see. Maybe I throw more at it. When I throw my best at it, though, that's the problem. But I want to have air power. Alright. Doesn't help that our stats are lower as well. Right, that gives me 7 there. And I've got 2 covered aircraft in. These are actually looking pretty attractive now. That brings me up to 13, so I think another covered aircraft would be nice. Like something over here, but, you know. I think one of the long-range ones over here. These need to be moved up. Yeah, I made some mistakes with the air power this time. Well, kind of sucks, but we'll manage it. Right, so move that one in. I feel like this is gonna... We'll see. This one's intended just to give us air cover, air power, and try and make it. We'll see anyway. Right, okay. We shoot down quite a lot of them. Okay, yes, we finally do beat the stack. That was a lot shot down there. Okay, that's good. That's good. We have total air supremacy over here now. That's really good. This is when I wish I had, like, VDV to drop over here. But yeah. Alright, okay, that cost us quite a lot. Was it worthwhile? Well, it managed it in the end. Could I potentially do it over here? Maybe. And it would be worthwhile to do so. Because then if I do win, I do win. I know that sounds like a little daft, but it means I do hit him then. Which makes a difference. I mean, I could even possibly move in through here now. And try and get a lay of the land. I wish I had the satellites to do that, but we'll use something that's close. I just have to be very careful about it, because I don't want to lose this aircraft. But just getting a little bit more information would be good. This is why I find it annoying that satellites do get stuck, but hey, it is what it is. Let's have a look over here. Wow, that really hurt. But I think I absorbed the hits. Ah. Okay, good, we can continue. That's nice. Wow, and there's a stack over here. I think that was that stack. Ah, it's a shame there's no way through, otherwise we'd make a beeline towards that. But it does reveal good information here. Really, there isn't anything beyond these. If I do hit these hard, then that is good. He does have this force, but if I do take this out, it does mean I can even bomb these guys. So it would be worth doing. If I can bomb everything here, that'd be worth it. So we'll see what I can throw together here. Right, I like these ones because I can move them fairly distant, fairly far. I am sacrificing units in a way for this. Right, that gets me to here. Looks like that unit went over here to this airfield, which is kind of dangerous. But I will be pushing near that area, so at least I can do that. Right, let's gather over this way then. So that brings me up to 6. If I have some of those sweet-ass gunships, that'd be great. It may be just worthwhile using fighter bombs in fairness. I've got a couple though. And they do have pretty good air attack. And ground attack. So that brings me up to 10. So now I'm really looking towards having some perfect cover. Something like that would be handy. I do need to bring these fighters to the front. I do have this over here, so it may just be worth it going that. So that would give me 2 very good units to actually cover with, which is nice. And then we'll look towards